Yeah, just gonna play some football with the lads, gonna get some pints with the boys. It's been 23 days without a fucking new hentai. I'm going to lose my mind. So, Blue Lock, was it badly animated? It's complicated. Yes, there's some great looking episodes and some, how do I say it in a nice way? Shit episodes. Blue Lock was one of the most anticipated animes when the time it was airing, and from a manga that was very popular, while having the manga readers hyping it up too, like me. Being a sports anime, people like to compare it to Haikyuu, another high profile sports anime. I mean, it wasn't really a contest in terms of animation. Haikyuu is not just the best animated sports anime, it is one of the best animated shows besides Haikyuu to the top because that shit was eh.
Deep breath.
It was quite obvious that Blue Lock was rushed. I don't know what the schedule was for the show. I could kind of decipher it from the trailers, but I'm too lazy. You can definitely see some inconsistencies. Episode 1 and 2 was probably the most polished and consistent episode. It had great close-ups, the character drawings were strong, some great animated sequences, and overall very consistent. The first core was quite consistent. There is some outsourcing here and there, but it wasn't bad. There's still some cuts that was well animated with the help of 3 animators. Iko Gesso, who usually use CG to map out the movement and poses when it needs some intricate camera work. Yu Yoshiyama, who did some cuts in episode 2, one of them being this incredible cut, and Hajime Nihira, who probably did the best sequence in Blue Lock, and some cuts here and there. The argument that the staff team was not talented enough and budget was tight, I still can't believe people use budget as an excuse or a complaint. Yes, if you want more frames or your show to not stop moving, then budget comes to play. But please, get some bitches. The budget wasn't tight. The fact that they used quite a bit of CG, although I like the use of CGI, the model itself looked bad. The CGI backgrounds were great. There were some examples of really good 2D and 3D background integration, and they mix really well, so they can make some complex camera movement with it. The usage of CGI for Bachira's monster too was supposed to look like that. It's showing that this creature is not real, it's from Bachira's imagination. It's not in the same world as our characters, and the amount of outsourcing that this show had, at least 30% of it was outsourced. The ideal thing is to do everything in-house. That's a way to save costs. If you outsource episodes, of course, it'll cost more because you're using outside help. Also, the outsourced episodes are usually not that good looking because it's a last minute decision. They don't have much time to work with. And the other point that the animators aren't talented, no. They brought in an experienced director in sports anime, that being Tetsuaki Watanabe, who has directed quite a bit of episodes in Haikyuu and storyboarded in one episode. And they can still capture the hype with limited animation. The matches are still exciting, with the directing capturing the hype, building up suspense and the excitement of the match and our characters. Storyboards too, with some great ways of explaining stuff through visuals and the visualization of ego. Of course, the seiyuu/voice actors and the OST did wonders. It just elevated every scene to the next level. I'm not gonna talk about the whole explaining the play in the middle of the match. That's a different thing. Either you love or hate the concept. I love it. The studio who made this anime, Studio 8-Bit, they haven't really made that much shows. They've made some quite popular shows like Slime, Grisaya, and also if you want to add Infinite Stratos to that. In terms of animation, Slime was really good animated, and arguably their best work, Yama no Susume. Although I haven't seen the show yet, I've seen a lot of clips, and for a slice of life anime, that shit looks amazing. I mean, if you can have Noria Matsumoto as a quite big component in your show, then it's bound to be good. Of course, it's a different staff team working on Blue Lock. Just like Mappa, the Seshimo lineup work on Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, and the Yuichiro Hayashi line works on Attack on Titan and Hell's Paradise. Not really. They only helped for the last like 2 episodes.
What is blood waffling about?
And another point, the biggest component that made this show look iffy at times is money. That would be my answer if I was a fucking dumb. Time was not on their side. That's why they had to outsource some episodes. The outsourced episode in the first core was still okay. Of course, the episode that was by 8-Bit still had good animated sequences with the help of some animators. But after that, the production crashed. It's quite obvious that Blue Lock should have been a split 2 core because all the animators that I mentioned before just dipped from the project. The outsourced episode was more stiff because of time. Even the episodes by 8-Bit didn't have any worthy Sakuga clips. I'm not saying it's just the animation, the compositing too was probably rushed. Some of the effects were inconsistent. There's some good effects and meh effects here and there. I still don't know why they changed Isagi's aura to green. I think it looked bad. Of course I can live with it, but from the trailer his thing was like blue purplish, which is the original color in the manga. And also the first couple of episodes had that same color of Isagi's aura. Either it was a miscommunication for the compositing team or something. Anyway, some error, a lot of still frame, stiff movements, off-model characters, and and some weak drawings, the staff team still pulled through with the resources and time they had, with some strong drawings that resembles the manga panels. The hype was still captured very well. Some great visual explanation and impact on some goals. Now, why didn't they just give the studio more time to fully polish the show? Well, this is just a guess, but there was an event lingering around when Blue Lock was airing, and that event being the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The World Cup is the biggest football event that occurs every 4 years. This year was one of the best World Cups, with major upsets and ending a decade-long debate. I still think Ronaldo's the GOAT, but the Japanese team did the most for Blue Lock, with the jersey itself collaborating with the author of Blue Lock, and the Japanese team upsetting some big names like Germany, making my friend mauled, and Spain. It wasn't their best run, but it was amazing that they could beat some of the big dogs, and the marketing strat worked. Blue Lock skyrocketed in terms of manga sales, and still one of the most popular manga till to date, but they sacrificed the quality of the anime. I'm not saying the manga sale will up the quote-unquote budget for the next season, which probably doesn't really have much of an effect, or should I say, the Mappa effect. Blue Lock had a lot of potential in the visual department. From the first trailer, which was pre-animated, it was fluid, great camera work, amazing compositing and art direction. They also used some of the cuts from the main trailer. Blue Lock was supposed to look like episode 1 and 2, but the schedule was tight, so it couldn't happen. Still, the staff team pulled through in the latter half. With the movie coming sometime next year and the announcement of season 2, we'll get to see in the movie their full potential, hopefully, with a movie budget of course. Hopefully it's not just for the money. Yes, it's a good idea for a movie because it'll bring a lot of money in, but I hope 8-Bit and the team put their backs into this movie. I don't know the content for this Nagi episode movie thing. Is there going to be matches? You guys can tell me. And for manga readers, we just can't wait for a particular arc to be adapted. Hopefully they do it justice, and that's probably it. I can go more in depth in some of the problems of the production, but I did most of the frequent complaints. I'm not gonna entertain the whole why didn't Mappa or UFO Table adapt this anime? That's just autistic. And yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what's your thoughts of the anime, either the content or the animation. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.